Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you are watching a What Would You Do video. I do one of these every weekday, which means I produce 5 of them every week for patrons, but only one of those videos will be made public. So you're missing out on 4 awesome What Would You Do videos every single week, exclusive to those of us, or you, really, who are supporting me on Patreon.com. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link in this video's description, or just head over to chrispirillo.com. Now, today's What Would You Do subject, since it's going to be for the public, so I better be on my best behavior. I may gain a few new patrons here. David Bates, a patron, because the patrons pose these questions, writes... By the way, I'm doing this live on YouTube, so I'm not going to go back and edit it. Whatever I say is what I say, and you get what you get, because I hate editing video. David Bates writes, I have a phone. Why do I need a watch? Smart or otherwise, what would you do? Well, David, here's what I would do. Not wear a watch. I don't wear a watch. I have no want, need, or desire to wear something on a regular basis. I even have, is it over here? It is. Hang on. I got this. Featured it, I think, last week or the week before. It's one of those slap bracelet things. I don't even like wearing that. And this is a capacitive stylus. You could use this stylus to do stuff on your phone screen or tablet screen. I don't even want to do that. But I could. It's just I don't want to wear anything on my wrist because, you know, do I need a capacitive stylus? I don't need it. Could I use it? Sure. Especially if I was wearing gloves all the time and they weren't capacitive gloves, you know, where you could use your gloves even wearing them. You can still interact with capacitive touchscreens. This does not... This does not offer any, and I realize you can't really see it that well because it's kind of a dark back. There, I'll hold it in front of my face, which is about the widest thing on the screen right now, even wider than my wireless keyboard. This does not offer me enough value to want to wear it wherever I went. It's just my use case. Moreover, any advertisement that I've seen in relation to a smartwatch, it goes like this. Someone is staring at their phone. They see a phone call coming in, and they move their phone down, go to their watch, and press the OK on the watch. I'm like, you were just looking at the screen, and you could have interacted with it right there. Why did you need the watch? And I think that's really the question you have to ask. Why do you need it? Do you need it for the time? Cool. Awesome. I love people like you because inevitably I will be out in public and ask someone, hey, do you know what time it is? These days I don't do it that much because I can just look at my smartphone and go, oh, it is 4 o'clock. Yay. This is my watch. This is also potentially a pedometer. It is a measurement device. It is a computer. It does everything that I need. So then the question is why do I need something like this on my wrist? And I'm not talking like size-wise. But what is that wrist object going to offer that the phone can't? And I think, David, you've posed a wonderful question. And I think this is exactly where a lot of people are. And I think this is why the wearables market is going to be insanely difficult to address. It's kind of neat, you know, to have a watch that tracks your steps, but your phone does that. It's kind of neat that your wristband helps you tell the time, but we have something else that does that. So I don't like wearing things other than clothes. I do enjoy wearing those, usually, unless I'm not recording video, in which case I'm running around naked. How's that for a visual? Huh? I don't really like adornments. I don't like wearing tight things around my neck. I wear my wedding ring every so often, not every day. But I don't even like wearing rings. Don't like bracelets, rings, necklaces, because they just don't, I'm not into it. It's not me. So then the question I have for myself is, what would it take? You're asking me what I would do right now? Well, with the choices today, what would you do? I wouldn't buy a watch or a smart thing if it wasn't offering me something that made my life better, that could do something that nothing else could do or do as well. And I've yet to see anything come close. There have been so many lackluster reviews of these smartwatch whatever things. No one seems to want them other than wanting them. So what I mean by that, it looks good in theory. Like, imagine, this is obviously not a smartwatch. It's just a capacitive touch bracelet thing that we featured last week. Or the week before, I can't remember. Imagine this is the smartwatch, right? Well, you want it, right? Until you realize, I don't really want it anymore, and it kind of sucks. So then you get rid of it. So people want it in theory, but then they don't want to keep it. And it seems to be the case with a lot of smart wearables these days. Good idea. Questionable implementation. So what would I do? I would wait until someone out there inevitably releases a device that does something for you that you can't do in any other way. Any other way. I'm like, just that one thing. Maybe it's just that one thing. Could do, I don't know, I can't even imagine what I would want to have on me. Would it tell me how inactive I am? Oh, sign me up. I already know I don't move a lot. I get it. I lead a sedentary lifestyle. I'm going to be permanently fossilized at some point in this chair. Thousands of years from now, some kid is going to make some, what's that material that makes the impression of the fossils? Not clay. Plaster. Someone's going to make a plaster impression of me in this chair. I know I don't move a lot. Great for fossilization. That's my goal in life. What would I do? I'd wait. Do not buy it because everybody else is buying it, and don't buy it because it's a piece of technology, because I got to tell you, 99% of the technology out there is crap. Junk. Not worth it. Someone who sees it day in and day out, I can tell you. It's getting better. It really is. But consumer electronics are nowhere where they should be. They're not yet. They will be eventually. You know, when we live in a Star Trek world and we carry around computers that are like super, super thin. Oh, wait. We kind of do. So, wait. That's what I would do. I have yet to meet anybody who is really head over heels in love with their wearable over an extended period of time, not just initially. Providing some kind of value that they didn't have otherwise. Yet to meet them. Yet to see that device. That works really well. I will be proven wrong one day, hopefully within my lifetime, before I become a fossil. That, my friends, and all my enemies, is what I would do. My question to you is, what would you do?